Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Landman Season 2 finale. Tragedy and Flies. Yep. Bit of an odd title, but we are starting early today because we have an extra long episode. So let's get right to it. And hello, buddy. Sure, he can because he lost it all before and his best friend died. And we actually get the intro right at the intro. Hey, buddy. Hey, we get the radio guys back. You're in his spot. Yeah, most of the episodes came out with the radio, but I think the last couple of them they got away from it. At least I don't remember them. They're doing his job. Retire. Hell. He still has to fix that. It's a rare thing. Yeah, you might as well. Good for the old man. Well, he is the one paying for her. Yeah, it's amazing what a beautiful woman will do for you. That is a great shot. You better hope not. And for those of you wondering, yes, that is where the battery actually is in those cars. Oh yeah, the truck is company property. That was Dale's truck though, and I guess Tommy has a grace period on giving up the truck and getting out of the house. Not a bad job on the makeup. Yes, it had nothing to do with the only thing he can make is water and microwave. Hey, Teague. He makes a good argument. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Maybe in another life. No one told the pilot that he can't order him around anymore.
Hey there. Hello, everybody. How's the audience?
You're just in time for the redemption arc to start.
This was surprising and good. I was shocked.
Very great camera work in this episode.
Oh, yeah, they had a lot to work with, didn't they, Germ?
Yeah. Though she is a little bit top heavy for a cheerleader.
Some of these girls are. But the thing is, at the core of this group of extras are real cheerleaders who will pull off like convincing cheers. I checked this out. This casting call went out before the season, so they're back. This is where they had wanted to be at this point. They may not have filmed it yet, though. There's so many signs that they changed her story. I think that this is just a nicer story that lets her be a nicer person. She pulls out of being an asshole when she starts being nice to Sam Elliott. I was surprised they were able to make Tintin seem like less of an asshole, too.
Yeah, they do have thick ones at the base, buddy. But usually
There's usually male cheerleaders. There's usually a few male cheerleaders. Let's not kid ourselves.
some. But usually
Okay,
they don't allow the C cups on the team.
they just can't pull it off, or they just they stand around in front shaking pom poms. But um, I do watch a show about cheerleading. It's called Stumbled. It's pretty good. I guess the point of this is that rather than really being an asshole, Pagan is socially terrible, but is there to try to get a job in this field, so she's not going to fuck it up.
Pretty much. Basically, the mother shamed her into this basic apology.
What the behavior of Angela?
Yeah.
Actually, I think Angela gave her a thought-provoking moment. Like, it was not the Angela I expected. She didn't attack her. She was just like, I would ask you, but you've already said you don't like singing, dancing, or fun. And she just corrected that. She's like, actually, I'm sorry about that. I do kind of like singing, dancing, and fun. That fucking building is cool looking, that control tower. Hitchhiking's all sorts of different when you're rich, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
oh, it's
It's
not
going
a
to be
good
an
idea.
entertaining idea. It's going to be an entertaining season watching him try this idea, but it's not. I don't know if it's a very good idea.
Yeah, but he might as well not get Nate in trouble.
Let's just say that there are people who've made bigger mistakes in this season.
Yeah, one of them's lying in the morgue.
We don't know that yet.
Give it about 7 minutes. Now, there's no real reason for this.
What, the hostility of the cops?
That too.
Or this, like, really impersonal? Yeah, I don't know if they had filmed a longer, more revealing scene, wondering if it could be seductive and then thought better of it or something, because we saw her there, you know.
Well, we're about to find out that the entire thing is kind of pointless.
He blows off this legal problem just because that's what he does. This is to show Tommy's power, I think. I don't want to give away too much. Their handling of this should have gotten Cooper the death sentence. The real answers started fighting, don't remember. It was 30 times. How about 30? We counted. We counted.
As long as he's breathing, he's a threat.
Fuck the DEI cop's opinion. We're going to find out why he doesn't know what he's talking about soon enough.
Yeah, someone's pulling their strings.
I want to single that actor out for doing a good job. This cop actor, watch. And of course, Barney's there.
Well, yeah, it's took place on his property.
Well, he doesn't own it, but yeah, when Barney says that guy got his ass kicked and thrown out for beating on her, that should be the end of it. Isn't the real question why wouldn't Cooper call Nate?
Well, Cooper's a bit of an idiot, and he hasn't called a lawyer yet.
You know what? The show really hasn't done anything for Cooper's intelligence. He seemed smart last year. Now he's just a lucky person.
Besides,
He
would you
lucked his
really want Nate on a case like this?
He would never have come down. He would have called a real criminal lawyer, and it wouldn't even have gotten as far as Rebecca had to take it. Tommy wouldn't have had the flex or anything. Rebecca's not going to do him any favors as a contract lawyer. The last person you want there.
Well, in reality, this is more like using a battleship against a rowboat. She is infinitely overqualified for this case.
I think the
And
only
it
thing
helps that she's a little bit pissy because her boyfriend left.
Well, he didn't leave. He'd leave her, but yeah, he's out to sea. The only thing she's able to pull off is something I can believe she could pull off. She ends the questioning. She doesn't get this taken care of. She just stops the questioning, which was going really badly. Fucking people who went to school call lawyers, you goddamn idiot. You know who takes legal advice from cops? Convicts. Just for
Cooper's kind of lucky that Rebecca's pissed off right now.
Her hair is longer this week. Have you noticed that though?
A little bit.
Her hair's 2 inches longer than it was 2 weeks ago. We're seeing we're either back to where we started or this is a much later reshoot. You just tell her to hire anyone she can get her hands on who has criminal experience right now. Get the former DA on the phone. Find the guy whose name starts with MC or O apostrophe. They'll win. They'll win.
Oh, that one cop is apparently Old Parks. He was John Henry Irons in Superman and Lois.
The black guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed it. I recognize
John
it.
Henry Irons is always a black guy.
Well, I mean, not in this age of superhero-ness, but yes.
Oh no, that whole swapping thing only applied to redheads and white guys.
We've turned a few black guys Hispanic. Why are they going to the best restaurant in town for a hamburger without a bun?
They wouldn't be caught dead in anything less than the best restaurant in town.
But they're eating food you order in the patch.
All rich people do. All rich food is just poor food with a better name. Sure you
By the way,
are.
that means he never cheated, he thinks. Did you know she had her feet attacked by fire ants while filming the scene when they talk about Thomas where she cries?
I did not hear that.
He should not have called out God.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
He did it earlier in the episode and got away with it, but he tried it again. I found this sequence scary as fuck. This sequence went on too long for my weak stomach. I was terrified. I was terrified by this sequence. This is why I moved away from Florida, sold my car, and take the subway. It's much safer.
On the plus side, that won't take 15 minutes to clear.
He's the only one with no damage. You could drive into the median and leave. I would point out, though, that, like, we did pull a fucking A-team and show people crawling out of those unsurvivable car wrecks. Yep, that's how we saw it. I'm convinced, Germ.
That is a pretty stupid trick for them to try to pull on her.
What's fucked up is she was right by walking in there assuming they were dirty and lying. How did their captain let them do this?
Well, the captain's the one on the take.
How the fuck she know this already? This must be news.
Well, she took 15 minutes to get there. It's actually a 5-minute drive. So she had 10 minutes in the car to Google their names.
He's a police officer who killed someone. That hasn't happened in New York City this year. He's famous in that town. And I mean in the last 12 months. Tell me you don't hate that cop already, though.
Yeah, they're kind of smug about it.
The white cop wasn't really the alpha cop, but he seemed to be the architect of the douchiness, too. He was the bigger douchebag, although the black cop is like A terrible cop who's just afraid of everything. He blew that guy away with 11 round center mass. Has he ever heard of backing up and seeing if the first 2 shots do anything?
Not really how it works.
Get the fuck out of here. I know a guy who blew someone away with a righteous kill in Manhattan, and he shot him like twice. The guy had a fucking automatic weapon pointed at him and innocent people.
That's not how that type of training goes.
You're not supposed to keep firing because there's citizens and stray bullets. I mean, I don't know about other, but this is just not a great department, though. We've seen that.
You're supposed to keep firing until the threat is completely neutralized.
That's
If they're
military
alive,
doctrine. That's military doctrine.
that is police doctrine.
Only since 2023 or so, when they went to more than 51% of cops have military combat experience because of 20 years of war. You have to remember, the 20 years of war changed policing. Also, the Biden anti-crime bill. Yeah, I'm sorry. That video is totally exonerating.
In normal circumstances, yes, but
the guy had some jack and his company wanted someone. The company didn't know the deal. If you showed that to his boss would be like, "I have children. I have a daughter. Fuck this guy."
that wouldn't stop him from leaning on the police chief.
Well, we've seen that Tommy hates these cops. I might be wrong, but my feeling is that we got the whole story about who's pushing for it. But here we go. See, like, these are real cheerleaders, and that was a dude throwing her up in the air. Did you notice when we got back in close, the person holding the chick up turned from a guy into a black guy into a white girl?
Yeah, that is a bit of an error. Now, on a normal college campus, if they got on to that into that area, there are football players around that would end them.
My impression was that maybe one of the reasons why the coach is very positive on this is because the coach might be down with the whole they them thing.
Maybe, but standing up for someone else is a good character trait.
Any coach would say this. I would agree. Any coach would say that.
Yeah.
I've never heard of any of these artists.
Neither have I. You can bathe a ferret, but it is not pretty.
Right? They secrete that smell. You can't change it. Angela's like, shit, I just spent $750,000 on a down payment on a house that cost $12 million. So that crazy scene with Greta and all that stuff was just for time. They did chop something out of the show, didn't they?
They maybe chopped the story down a little bit, but this was the outcome no matter what.
Oh, you think episode 10 might be almost completely what he wanted when he started out?
I'd say 98% at least what he wanted.
I think you might be right about that, but I think he only filmed 20% of the episode. I think 80% of this was filmed in the last 5 weeks.
That's possible.
The reaction to episode 2 is so bad. I had to laugh at her fucking naivete at this.
Criminal fraud.
Exactly. Like, you haven't figured this out yet, Cammy. You fucking did you watch Dallas? It was on when you were like 30.
FKHC 2005. Hello. We are about halfway through the episode.
Thanks for the picture.
If you want to avoid a federal lawsuit,
I didn't see that coming, did you?
the second that Tommy asked for that contract, I knew what was going to happen.
I didn't think you would have a problem with Nate staying with her, and I thought we were going to do more with her, but I don't think we're going to do more than say goodbye and check in with her next year.
Yeah, I think they're designing it so that
we don't necessarily have to see her at all, but we can see her twice if we want to.
Yeah. They're not entirely sure that she wants to come back, so they're covering their options.
She would be stupid not to come back. I have new respect for her because of this performance. How about you?
Well, it's a good performance. Given her age and where she is in her life, she probably don't want to.
She's 63, 62.
Yeah, she might want to be slowing down.
Oh, I do think that this show is pretty slow for a movie. So you know what I mean. Her career flames out after her 3 movie deal. She didn't have much success after 1998. The biggest Demi Moore movies she was in for like 300 grand, not like millions and millions. Like A Few Good Men, she's barely in.
Yeah, but you gotta remember she has half the fortune of at least three different men.
Nah, that's not how that works. Not when you're that rich. She was making more money than Bruce Willis when they broke up. That was just like go your separate ways with your separate money. Austin Kutcher, I think it was like wealth parity again. The first husband had no money, like Jim Moore or whatever his name was. He was a musician.
That's a great offer.
And he's like Chevron or Texaco or something. He's big.
Yeah. But you never offer stability to a gambler.
He'll gamble it away.
They'll always pass up the sure thing for a big payday.
She is like being very atypical. She didn't want was like for $10,000. Like I thought was coming up next. It's like you got to buy me like a second engagement ring.
Now she knows when he's being serious, and
She knows when to dial
she'll,
back the bitchiness.
yeah, she knows when to fall in line and knows when things are on edge.
Is this a panic attack? They had absolutely nothing here, and they had to show this and play audio rather than show his face.
Yeah, originally I think that was the beginnings of a heart attack.
So the panic attack phone call to Galeno is the weirdest thing.
I think they just reversed the order of these two scenes. He comes out of this meeting and then he has the panic
He's
attack.
tripping out from the what? Yeah, you got it. You might have that right. And the reaction was probably filmed without any context. So like, you're just freaking out. We'll use it when we use it. Get in tight in his face. Okay, again without the hat, right? Tell me that's not how that happened.
Probably.
I'm imagining you love this part.
It is a great dialogue.
What was all that shit about a marker?
Gambling debt.
So how is it any different than real debt?
It's just a term that they use for debt.
So is he saying he didn't need the money? It was his money to play with, kind of?
I don't know. It's standard for the gamblers. Just you take out loans to keep gambling, and then when you hit it, you pay off those loans.
Now I got you. They finally remember what we said about their last meeting, right? Like, what the hell is wrong with Tommy? Did they break that scene in half or something? And break it in half during a rewrite, rather, you know what I mean? Rather than breaking the scene in half.
No, I think this is how is normally thought to play out.
Do you realize that by the end of this, he's loaned out $888 million?
That's okay. His other business probably clears $3 or $4 billion a year.
Maybe a month. What was the time frame of this season?
Less than a month.
Possibly 10 days.
Possibly. Good touch.
I agree with you on that one. He did exactly what I said. Like, we're forgetting that he could just grab Angela or Ainsley. This would be the person you would ask, do you know any criminal lawyers in Midland, right?
Usually, but he already has a nuclear weapon on the case.
There's just a little incidental music in this one. It's good.
Yeah, they're doing great with the soundtrack. Not a lot. So she just wants everything. Probably.
Tell you what I would have done different. I would have scraped what was left of him off the wall after my wife killed him.
Yeah, if the roles were reversed like that, I don't think Tommy would have been necessary for anything except for a cover up.
He'd be trying to get her out of jail for over attacking back. It would be her punching him in the face 30 times. I don't know what the hell he means by that statement either. But that is the third straight attack on ABC, isn't it?
I wouldn't call that an attack. CBS and ABC are the only two consistent local channels for pretty much everywhere in the country.
NBC is the biggest network of the three. I think what he was saying was like Paramount is better than Disney. How do we even review this? Do we just assume everyone start from the end and work backwards?
Well, that would be an interesting way to do it. This was the end part of that first panic attack scene.
I mean, you nailed it with the panic attack. You got it.
Mackenzie Aston.
Like
I'm
Sean
not sure who
Astin and John Astin, the Riddler, a.k.a. Gomez Adams?
I guess.
Is his mother also Patty Duke?
Buddy, at some point, I'm sure a heart attack was in the script.
Or that like some kind of breakdown where he runs into the bar and just starts pouring booze down his throat. He was going to have some kind of meltdown moment, and they retest it, and they clearly they cut it in half because they're in so tight the first time, and then the second time you could see where he was.
Hey, Grimlon.
Krimlon. Because your wife might one day leave. Yeah, your wife may one day leave you, and when she says that in court, there's no statute of limitation on murder. I'm surprised Tommy wasn't like, Miguel don't work for me. Come up with a new name for him. We're gonna call him Tex. How come they're not doing anything for Teague, Germ?
I think Teague has reached the end of his journey.
Why would they let such a powerful and compelling character just drop by the wayside like that? Everyone risked their lives to save him.
It was a hard decision, but I don't think they had any other choice.
Think they're saving him for the final episode, sweep in there and save everyone financially? Since I lost my sight, I've been spending my time investing in cryptocurrency.
That's what Dale was hoping for.
Yeah, like Dale had like cold feet about working for a Cammy or something. Socialism, Germ. Why do you need Dale to do exploration? You're totally sure you're going to hit. Was her pirate talk response left over for her being in that episode and cut out?
Yeah.
You want to try for cleaning lady? Do you see how he fucking bargained with Barney? Just shut up and take the job.
Yeah, they started the second he decided to go into business with a cartel boss and bend a few other laws just to get there.
I can't believe we landed this plane so well. Like, there was a lot of stress on the airframe in mid-season. Episode 9 was a huge correction, and episode 10 built off it. It's not as though nothing happened, but like we put the Cooper story into a holding pattern.
Originally, that pull away, I guarantee you Sheridan had that planned for his series finale.
She's standing in an anthill. And as we can see, she has never had a nose job. The face was not something that Allie Larder ever needed upgraded.
That's okay. The chest was expensive enough.
10 grand.
10 grand each.
It's 10 grand. I know a guy. He does the Playboy chicks.
Hey, you might be right about that, buddy.
I agree. I think they're going to remain a problem.
Yeah, whoever was pressing to get charges on Cooper might come back for the next season.
Well, I think that the inept duo both come back. I think that they're going to continue to be a problem. I think that they've got an issue now, and I think that they want to get even.
Well, yeah, they're going to be the instrument for the guy to continue trying to lean on Tommy.
Or they'll become friends with Galeno.
And that's our episode.
Was this dedicated to one of the people from the old folks home who passed away or something?
From that article that got posted earlier, it was a friend of the family for Sheridan.
Oh.
She was a super fan or something like that.
We salute our fellow Taylor Sheridan superfan. I can't believe they filmed some of this in Canada. Where? The city scenes?
I'm not sure about that.
That shocked me. Maybe the waterway scene where we just see the oil drill being pulled out of water down some waterway. They just pretended it was somewhere else.
That's possible. But
Well,
yeah,
the link to the
episode.
review show is in there. Yeah, we got a minute or two before the review show. The review show is going to start at like 5 after. We might not wait till fully 10 after. We didn't know if we were going to get this in. I didn't think German was going to be starting it exactly when he did. I built in a little extra time. I would say I was surprised that they were able to pull it off so well. There'll be an official grade later. I have thoughts on all of it.
Yeah, they did a great job bringing everything all together.
That much I'll give away here. This was good. This is very watchable. It's going to be weird because they moved the needle on their season's grade more than 10%. Like this was more than an episode's worth of improvement. It was like it got 3 episodes worth of damage control in the last 2. It was very efficient damage control at the end.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see you all at the main show starting in about 5-10 minutes.
About 5
and
minutes.
Then, yeah, about 5 minutes. And then back here tomorrow, we have Attack of the 50-Foot Woman for the Monday Monster movie.
She's the 33-meter tall woman, Germ.
She is American. She is no Euro trash.
We'll see you guys later. Thanks. See you at my channel. Please come by and watch. Tell your friends.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.